But it also poses a talent challenge for CIOs, because suddenly all companies need a challenging set of skills in the people that they hire. So everybody needs mobility people now. Everybody needs data strategists. Everybody needs what I used to call two-headed monsters until my director of recruiting suggested I come up with a more palatable term, which I now call them blended executives, people who have the technology skills to be able to deliver technology solutions, but the business knowledge and executive wherewithal to work with senior executives in the business and shape demand. Now, companies have always needed these people, you know, sophisticated project managers, business analysts. The difference now is the volume. Everybody needs these people, and it's also some of the skills are scarce. They're new skills. Mobility is a new skill. So that's what's happening on the demand side. On the supply side, computer science enrollments are at an all-time low. The baby boomers who have that wonderful legacy knowledge and can help to migrate to new systems are walking out the door. Companies are not developing these blended executives. They're still growing their IT people in silos and aren't putting in rotational programs. And Silicon Valley is hot again. Does that rare, brilliant computer science grad who also has great interpersonal skills, do they want to go to Silicon Valley and start the next Groupon or Zynga? Or do they want to come and upgrade your payroll system at your insurance firm? Not to mention the fact that IT is not the only destination now for good technologists. Technologists can find firm footing in marketing, communications, customer service. There's a whole host of areas where good technologists can go. From the recruiting perspective, because we do an awful lot of recruiting in the IT space, I'll tell you two stories. One is we just completed a VP of data strategy search for a financial services firm. This is somebody who will manage business intelligence and data warehousing and that aspect of data, but also will bake data strategy into customer-facing, revenue-producing products. We talked to 300 people to find the one person. A good search, you talk to 50 people, you talk to 100, 300 is a record for us. As my director of recruiting says, we kissed a lot of frogs for that particular hire. Another story I will tell you is that I've been recruiting for 9 years. Years ago, when we would present candidates, the client would take their time, the CIO would run a bunch of interviews, take your time to make the offer, and the candidates would wait around and eventually would accept the offer. Now, highly qualified candidates for these rarefied skill sets have multiple offers by the time my client even comes around to making an offer. So what you've really got is real challenging demand, limited supply, and I see the challenge only getting more significant. So my question to all of you in the audience is, by a show of hands, how many of you believe that your approaches in your firms and your companies to recruiting and retention will position you as successful competitors in the war on talent? How many of you feel like you've got it going on? Well, you should all be raising your hands. we discussed this. You were going to raise your hand. So, but only a few people raise their hands, and that's not unusual. So, the challenging news is that we are really in some talent hunger games in the IT market. I do not think we're going to get to the point where there's a real death match, if any of you have actually seen the Hunger Games or read it, but we do have a fairly challenging situation. That's the tough news. The good news is my brilliant panelists are going to solve your talent problems in the next 30 to 60 minutes.